we go. Hello, hello, everybody. I am here with Lyshell, and we're going to talk a little bit about something that we're working on together that's pretty exciting. And before I do that, though, I wanted everybody to kind of meet her and know what she does and who she is and what she's bringing to this event that we're all so excited about. So let's start with that. Lyshell, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hey, well, my name is Lyshell ReAnn McBride, and I am the owner of Paint Your Power. And I've been doing this for quite a while. I'm a survivor of domestic violence and sexual assault, and painting became my therapy. And even though I have a minor degree in psychology, I am not an art therapist, but I kind of do that on the side, and I help out a lot of women in Northwest Arkansas get through a lot of things with art. And so most of my parties or my classes are kind of like the paint and sip thing, and they're really fun and cool events. And part of the proceeds of every event that I do goes towards free art as therapy. And this event that we're going to be doing with vision boards is going to be awesome, because it's not going to be a regular vision board. It's going to be painted, so you can hang it up on your wall and it will be beautiful.
Unless you're like me, you can't paint.
No, you painted, remember?
I did. That ostrich was actually had people tell me I actually had to give it away because people wanted it. So yes, but I couldn't have done it without you. How's that? Okay.
It was therapy, right?
It was very therapeutic. Yes, it was actually.
Yeah.
So
it was really good.
How did you get started in this whole Paint Your Power thing? That's pretty cool. Paint Your Power. I like that. Where did you get the idea for all of that?
It was really weird. I just started painting as therapy for myself, and I didn't really think about it. I picked up a paintbrush at age 47 years old and really just was doing it for myself. And my friends thought it was pretty cool, and they said, hey, there's this place that's hiring for painters, and you stand on stage and teach people how to paint while they're drinking. And I applied and kind of winged it because I had no clue what I was doing. And I got the job, and I got trained from there. And then after a while, it just didn't work with my schedule and kids and single mom thing and college. And so my friends just kept telling me that they wanted to come over to my house. And a lot of my friends started, I started collecting people that were like me, women who had been in violent situations. And we would come over to my house and we would paint and just relax and talk and network. I ended up starting a group online for other survivors, and in Northwest Arkansas we're almost at 600 members, and it just has kind of snowballed from there. So it wasn't like I didn't really plan it just kind of happened, and I am enjoying myself. I'm loving it. It's changed my life, honestly. It's totally changed my life. I even changed my name because of it. Because the reason why is because I had my ex-husband's last name, and I changed what I was doing. I changed my personality. I changed everything about myself, not on purpose. It just, I was growing. I was becoming not a victim anymore. So I became a whole new person. It was just really, really weird. Of who I look back at pictures and see who I was before, and I'm a stronger, better person, and I want to pay it forward. And the Paint Your Power just came to me, I think, in a dream or something, and I've been doing it for probably 6 years now. A while.
Well, I love your group. I am a member because, yes, I come from that same background.
Pretty much, you would be surprised how many of us there are. There's a lot of Me Too's.
So So since I
Yeah.
love your group so much, before we talk about anything else, I do want you to go ahead and tell everybody how to find your group on Facebook, because like I said, I love it in there. I've already met some cool people in there. And I just love what everybody shares. It's helpful, especially for people who maybe haven't been out of it as long as I have and you have, and are just finding their way. It's a great
Yeah.
resource.
Yeah, I try to keep the group is called Voices. And you can, I made it searchable, so you can search for it, or you can just message me at Lyshell ReAnn McBride on Facebook, and I will invite you to the group. I check out everybody that comes in the group, because it is, you know, invitation private group, so you know we don't have any abusers in there. But you know, I have if you ever explore the group, I have what do you call it, little I have resources, but I also have like things that you can do, and I have people that have signed up to be mentors, and so there's all kinds of cool things. I'm signed up to help people with Dress for Success, so I can reach out to people in the community. I have a huge network, and actually a lot of the women that are working at the women's shelter and the community center and all these other places are members of my group.
Have you ever considered becoming a formal 501c3 nonprofit?
Many times, but I just think, just because of how organically it grew by itself, and that there was really no one that was in a position to be able to help me as far as a board, because everybody that I knew needed help. And so I was like, okay, well, it's just me, and I was a single mom with my kids, and I just didn't want to take on the responsibility for myself. And I also, you know, we get donations, but not a lot. I mean, I'm sure we could qualify for a whole bunch of stuff if we were a real nonprofit, but there's a lot of there's a lot of work to that. And honestly, only about 3 times in my life have I ever felled up to it. So I'm just kind of letting it organically do its thing. And you know, if we do get donations, it's you know, it goes straight to the girls in the group or somebody that needs it. We had one girl that was a survivor. She got herself into a really good place in her life, and she was able to donate a car. And so we had a little thing, and we had everybody write the reasons why they needed a car, and we gave it to another girl in the group. So it's amazing.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been pretty neat, because I had not heard about that. That's pretty awesome.
It was pretty neat, and we're under the radar. We kind of keep under the radar. We don't want, you know, a lot of attention for obvious reasons. There is a group in Little Rock called Women's Own Worth, and they are a nonprofit, and they have reached out to us, and sometimes we partner with them to do things. Like one time they gave us tons of Girl Scout cookies that were donated.
Wow.
So I got to drive around all over town to women that I knew that, you know, would enjoy that. Or I'd ask somebody, you know, what you want cookies? Let me know. And I drove around and delivered cookies.
Well, if that happens again this year, holler at me, because I don't have a Girl Scout anymore. So
I will.
I need cookies.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was actually a doctor here in town that donated the cookies. That's right. She did. Yep. So people find us. It's really kind of strange, and I do a lot of paintings and donate them for auctions for Souls Harbor or Havenwood or the Women's Shelter. You know, people reach out to me all the time for paintings, and since I'm teaching all these paintings all the time, I usually have something that I can donate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Well, I sit on the board of a local nonprofit, so I might be coming to you for some. Will
What
you pick up
nonprofit do
the
you,
pictures?
which one is that?
Compassion House?
Really?
Yeah,
Shoot, we could do a whole fundraiser. We could do
I
like
know.
y'all could paint and then auction off your own paintings
Ooh,
and have your own little art gallery show.
I hadn't thought of that. I had a couple other things in mind, which we'll discuss all this later. And that's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't know you were always. I didn't know you did all this stuff. So hey,
girl, I'm totally mobile. I've gone all the way to Tulsa and taught classes.
very cool. We will talk.
Yeah.
But now that she's kind of spilled the beans though a little bit about what we're planning, so I haven't done one in a couple of years, but I used to do every year about the beginning of the year a vision board party for people who work with me or people who are customers of mine or are in my MLM. And I wanted to do it again this year, but I wanted to do something bigger because let's face it, just gluing pictures out of magazines on a poster board, and most of those things go right straight home and they get chunked in a corner, chunked in a closet. Nobody really hangs them up and looks at them. Not even me, okay? It was my party,
Yeah.
okay? So I wanted to do something more fun and just bigger. And so I approached Lyshell about could we paint our vision? And she was all over it. So tell us a little bit about your idea and how this is going to work and why it's going to be different and more awesome and more cool and people need to come and do this.
Well, one of the cool things is I have a whole giant Pinterest board full of ideas, and I've been picking out the coolest things because honestly, I have not really seen anybody paint a vision board. There's been a couple of like individuals, but not as far as a group painting type thing. I've seen another one where everybody kind of painted the same thing, kind of like painting with a twist, and then they fill in like little parts of it with their own like words or whatever. But as far as each person being able to paint what they want, I have not seen that. So this is going to be something new and really cool for us to do. I plan on having, first of all, when we first start, we're going to work on the background first. And I want to emphasize color. It can be a color that you love. It can be a color in your house. I will have a color wheel at the event, and it will tell you like yellow increases the fun in your life, and violet stimulates your intuition, green supports balance and love, and red increases physical energy, stuff like that. So you can kind of use those colors on your board. And then also some other tips and ideas as we go as far as what to paint, because I mean you could paint a tree, you could paint a dream catcher, you could paint your own hand and use each finger as an area that you want to work on, or you know that you want to do better at. So I'll have all kinds of different ideas, maybe have some cards scattered around on some different ideas, or you can just do whatever you want, and I will be there every step of the way to help you paint that.
So is this going to be kind of like we can just come in? Are you going to be very structured, do you think, or are we going to be able to just come in and paint whatever we want? Because there are people like me who don't paint, right?
Right.
We're going to want you sitting there going, okay, now it's time to paint the big circle on the eyes for the ostrich, okay?
So I kind of thought about that because I know there are people like that because I've done this for long enough, and I don't want to stress anybody out. So I probably will do one for the class, maybe two, because I have taught two paintings at once before, and paint them along so people can follow me and get a really good idea of something. If they want to do that, they can change the colors or whatever. But then if somebody wants to completely go rogue and they have a really great idea, want to paint a picture of their doggy and their kitty and you know a forest full of apple trees or whatever, then I am all for that as well. One of the tips that I like to use is after we initially paint the background and that's drying and we're listening to a speaker while that's drying, when you come back to it, everybody will have some chalk, and you can chalk out and chalk out what you want to do first before you actually commit to the paint. So that will.
The chalk is a good idea. I did not know that. I always wondered how you drew things on there and it didn't show through, because I've tried in the past. I try to paint. Okay, I want to be creative, so I've tried and I've drawn things, and then it's all the lines always show through. So the chalk, that was cool. I went out and bought chalk. Okay, I've got chalk.
I got tons of chalk. I got tons for everybody. So that's like one of the coolest ideas. And then, you know, as far as words, I have tons of Sharpies. We can always, if you want to paint your words in, you can, or if you're freaking out about, you know, making a W with your paintbrush, I'll have Sharpies available so we can also write on top of that.
Okay, I feel better now. Then I won't stress anymore.
Don't stress. I got you. I got you.
Just aren't very artsy crafty, okay? You can draw stick figures, so some of us need help.
Well, and stick figures would be cool too, as long as they're in the right colors.
And now she's let a couple other things slip while she was chatting. Don't tell Lyshell anything, because she'll tell everybody.
I'm sorry, I do. I am horrible.
Yes, we will be having speakers, and you'll be meeting a couple of them a little bit later on in some separate videos, because I'm going to be talking to each of them and recording that as well. So this is going to be a big deal. I'm pretty excited about it. I can't wait. Not only are we going to help you paint your vision, and it's going to be beautiful, because Lyshell is amazing. Like I said, she helped me paint a picture, and seriously, I cannot draw stick figures without having people look at it and go, yeah, okay.
I'm a pretty good teacher.
People were actually asking. I had several people ask me, can I have that? It was that good. So if she can make me a painter, she can make anybody a painter. So the vision board is going to be beautiful, but not only are we going to paint your vision, but we're actually going to help you get there, which is the second half of the event. So we're going to paint it, and then we're going to show you how to do it, because what good to having the vision board if it's just a dream hanging on your wall. We're actually going to give you some tips and ideas to help you get there. So I'm pretty excited. She's pretty excited.
It's a great idea. It's going to be awesome.
Hopefully we'll make this an annual thing. I like it.
That would be great.
So.
And it's going to be at the Rogers Experimental House, which is a really cool place, downtown Rogers.
It is. It's amazing. When I went in, I had no idea this place existed until I went into her class, and it's like, wow. I was dumbfounded that there's a place like this in downtown Rogers that people can actually go into it and use for these types of things. It's
a really fun, creative place. Yes, it's awesome.
If you're not feeling creative, you will when you walk in there, because it's that kind of place. It'll bring it out. So the date is March 7th. So stay tuned for more info and registration information and everything. And 2 more people, or 2 speakers that are going to be there. So I'm really thrilled that you were able to get on here with me. What have you got coming up with I'll give you a little chance to plug your own stuff. It's not just our event. What do you got coming up next? I know you've got the guitar thing this weekend, which I'm trying like heck to get there. I'm going to try and get there. I haven't bought my ticket yet because I'm not sure, but I'm trying. Okay.
Yep, we're going to just play some really cool guitar music and just be really relaxed on Sunday. Paint a really cute little boho guitar with some flowers on there. The next event coming up after that is our Valentine's Day event. There are couples, it's for couples or individuals, either way. I do have a sponsor that is he's Dodson's Kitchen, and he is going to make some special treats for us, like some chocolate covered chocolate dipped strawberries, yes, and some other cool things. And I'm almost filled up with those tickets. I could probably take maybe 2 more couples. I don't know, we'll see, but I haven't really even promoted it a lot, and it's filled up really fast. This is going to be fluid art, and I call it kissing canvases. So that's going to be really fun. And then after that is my totem class.
I wondered if you were going to mention that because I'm so excited. That one I am definitely coming to. I am so excited about that one. I can't stand it.
That one is fun. I did that on my own just to do it myself. And the reason why I'm having the class is because I think they're really cool and I wanted to do it for me. But there are these long poles that you paint. And if you want to bring something from home, or, you know, like a part of a necklace or broken jewelry or whatever, something that means something to you, or just even a card, anything, we can incorporate that onto your personal totem, and it's going to be so amazing.
Yay. I'm really excited about that one. I can't wait. I will be there for that one, and hopefully I will be there this weekend. I'm trying.
All right. That would be fantastic. I would love it.
So thank you, thank you. The event is I Paint My Own Reality. It's going to be March 7th at Rogers Experimental House. Our own Lyshell is going to be helping us paint our vision boards, which is going to be amazing.
Yes.
You can actually hang this one up. It is not going to be the tacky glue and magazine pictures on poster board thing that you take home and pitch in the closet. This is going to be art. You can hang it somewhere so that when you look at it, you will always be reminded of, this is who I want to be, or this is where I want to go. So it's going to be awesome. Thank you for joining us. I will see you hopefully Saturday.
Thank you. All right. We'll see you then.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.